With 8 days left before the release of MLB The Show 22, San Diego Studios just did a features premiere for the game mode Road to the Show. We're going to take a look at all of the new features being added to Road to the Show. Let's get into that. So one of the first features that they showed off is adding Joe Mauer and the Yankees single A affiliate manager to the podcast episodes. Now, I personally don't know about you guys, but I go ahead and skip these. But for those who actually sit there and watch these and listen to them, they might be a little bit entertaining. So Joe Mauer and the manager Rachel are now in the show for the podcast episodes. Next up, we got rival games. This is something that I'm actually pretty excited for. Carlos Pena goes over in the podcast episodes, but we got big rivals like the Cardinals and the Cubs, the Yankees and the Red Sox. You got a bunch of different teams that are rivals, and it's gonna be a lot of fun to see this implemented in the show. Next up is something we've all been waiting for: multiple ball players. This is so awesome. You can create up to 10 different ball players, different positions, different appearances, and you will no longer be forced to be a two-way player. You got the option to be a pitcher, two-way player, or even a position player. And you can have a two-way player, a pitcher, and a position player all separate, which is awesome. Next up, we got pitch select. I think this is another feature that's pretty awesome because you can obviously choose a bunch of different pitches, but you're going to be upgrading them throughout the season separately, which is really cool. So if you want to try out the cutter for a little bit and upgrade that pitch and see how it does throughout the year, you can. You can change the slider, the slurve, whatever pitch you want to really improve on, you can do that throughout the year and really get those attributes up. Next up is ball player creation. They have officially updated it. So you're no longer, like I said, forced to be a two-way player. You get the option to be a pitcher, two-way player, and a position player. So if you choose the two-way player, you got the choice of velocity, break, control, and you also have the knuckle. And then once you choose what you want, you also have power, contact, and fielding as far as archetype for your two-way player as far as offense goes. So you can choose kind of what you want, and it also shows you what is the best position for that archetype. You also have choosing if you want to be a closer or do you want to be a starting pitcher. And then after you choose if you want to be a starter or closer, you also have the ability to choose what fielding position that you want to do as well. One minor thing that they updated is the perk system. This is all right. This is a cool feature that I guess they added. They're new perks and they're situational. So if you're behind in the count, they made it so there's a perk for, let's say, boosting your contact. And there are a couple other things: exit velocity, there's, increasing your Ks per 9, increasing your speed, maybe your batting clutch, and just different things like that. So we only saw a brief overview of the dynamic challenge. They did say that they added some new stuff and they removed some things as well, but they didn't really show much about that. So we're not exactly sure what it is that they're adding and removing from that. So we'll just have to wait and find out. So next up, they actually updated rewards. So you can go and unlock a really good attribute or perk, whatever you want to call it. And this one is really cool. So you can actually activate it, and as you're batting, it activates and you will get a better exit velocity when you hit the ball. So types of rewards is archetype items, perks, equipment, stubs, and XP. So a game system improvement that they're making is no more knuckleball online from your created Road to the Show player. So finally, they updated progression. This is something that we really desperately needed last year, and they've added a lot of new tasks or missions, whatever you want to call it. And they said that it will actually progress your player a lot quicker with these. And also they added some new ones and just made improvements overall to the system. So hopefully it shouldn't take as long to get to the MLB now. So guys, those are some of the new features added to MLB The Show 22 Road to the Show game mode. Let me know, are you excited for some of these features? Obviously, we wanted some things such as maybe being able to play in college, maybe a better showcase game, and there are a couple other features we wanted for sure, but hey, I will take what we get. It's definitely a step in the right direction. And other than that, guys, subscribe as well because you guys stay up to date with everything related to the show 22. Subscribe down below, and I will catch you guys in my next one.